Hi everybody, it's Catherine. My project today is another one with the Playful Ghosts for the kit, and I'm using the Perennial Postage dies, also the Stylish Shapes dies. The shape here is for the Perennial Postage, and this little circle is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, so this box measures 2 3/4 by 3.5 by 1. Now inside, I have 2 Hershey bars, but what I'm going to be substituting for that is a pack of Skittles because they will not melt as easily. And this is a headband that blows up. What you do is there's a little valve inside here, so you take a straw and you put it up to just above this tab here, and you blow in it and then you squeeze it and that will seal it. And it's a little kid's headband. I thought they were really cute. And they come all different. This one obviously is a pumpkin and a spider. They have vampires. They have all sorts of them. But I thought this would be a cute little thing to put in for Halloween. Okay, so what we need for this box: some basic white. We need a piece of pumpkin pie that is 8 by 6 1/4. I cut these two using the Perennial Postage dies. This measures about 2 by 2 3/4. So I cut one from the To Market Designer Series paper and one from Pumpkin Pie Cardstock. We need a piece of basic black cardstock cut to 2 1/4 by 3. This little circle is from the Stylish Shapes dies. I used the smallest circle there was, and it's pumpkin pie. And then for the To Market, we need 2 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 3 1/4, 2 that are 3/4 by 3 1/4, and 2 that are 2 1/2 by 3/4. Okay, so let me get my Simply Scored. This is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including shipping and tax. All right. We're going to start on the 8-inch side. Score at 1/2, 1 1/2, 4 1/4, and 5 1/4. Turn it to the 6 1/4 inch side and score at 1, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. Now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Okay, so we have the 1/2 inch rectangle here. There is a 1 inch on the bottom and a 3/4 inch on the top. And this is what we're going to be doing. Alright, so we're going to start over here, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. Go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the second score line, and then wedge both sides of your square. Okay, turn it around so that your 1/2 inch circle is over here now. And we're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the second score line, and then we're going to take off these 2 rectangles. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, take off that 3/4 inch rectangle, and wedge the square. Okay, go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the second score line. Take off this 3/4 inch rectangle and wedge both sides of the square. And then we're going to go to this second score line here and wedge up into that skinny rectangle. Okay, now we just need to round the corners of this top flap. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done. Okay, and then get some tear-in tape and put it on what's left of the 2-inch rectangle. And I'm going to put it right next to the score line. Take the backing off. Okay, and then flip over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. This is our back, and we're going to glue down the bottom. Okay, now we need our DSP. It's the To Market DSP. And these two go on the front and the back, and then the long sides and the short sides. And I'm going to be using liquid glue. Okay, and we'll just let that dry a little while. Alright, so let's do our stamping. We need our our basic white and Tuxedo Black ink. And of course I'm using the Vampire Ghost. I see it as he has a costume on. And he's putting a hat and a cape on. Alright, let me fussy cut this out before we color. Alright. Now I'm only using 4 Stampin Blends. I'm using light and dark Smoky Slate and light Blackberry Bliss and light Flirty Flamingo. Alright, so let's start with the light Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to go in this little triangle, and I'll come back and do that again. But I'm going to do the whole mask with light Blackberry Bliss. Then I'm going to take the light Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to just put a little bit of cheek right there and there. And then I'm going to use dark Smoky Slate inside the cape and right here on the cape. And then I'm going to use light Smoky Slate for the rest of the cape. Okay, and then I missed a little piece of the dark right there. And that's it. It's a pretty easy coloring for this. Alright, now we need all our other pieces. And we're going to need, we're going to need the basic white and the Tuxedo Black to make the one cloud. Okay. And we also, I don't know why I'm putting it away, we also need it for the Happy Halloween. Now, I'm going to try to get this just right. But we have 4 chances, right? I'm going to get it as low as I can. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to get my cutter. And I was having problems when I used my blade for a little while. This way. My blade was falling out of here, and this does kind of wear down too in here, but not before it's done cutting. So what I did is I got the metric blade guard, because I really don't use the ruler right here, and it stays in so much better because this had gotten worn down a lot. So if that's what you're finding when you turn it over, it's falling out, but you don't want to get rid of that blade yet, I just got myself a new guard. Alright, yeah, that's fine. And you just cut it at whatever. I probably could have cut it a little bit closer, but that's fine. I just cut it above where I landed up with my sentiment. Alright. Then we're going to take this polka dot paper, and I'm just going to attach the sentiment to the bottom. Okay, let that sit a minute. And then we need our little circle, and I'm going to do the bat and the stars right on the little circle. Great. Okay. Now this should be nicely glued. I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it to that black piece of cardstock that's 2 1/4 by 3. And it leaves about 1/8 of an inch all around of black. All right, now I fussy cut out my cloud, and I'm going to put that up here, as far up and to the right as I can. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals for my ghost. And I'm going to put him right above the sentiment. And then I'm going to take our little circle with our bat, and I'm going to put that up there. I love that. That's so cute. Okay, now we need our box. And I forgot to do the little cutout. Okay, we'll stick our little headband in there, and I'd put Skittles in there. Okay, now I'm going to need dimensionals, and we're going to put it right on the top. And I'm just going to pop this right down in the middle. Okay, and then we need a little piece of linen thread, about 7 inches long, and I'm just going to tie a bow. And I'm going to put it right over the top of the cloud. I don't really want to put a glue dot because it's kind of small. Okay. Then for the final touch, I'm going to use some of these transparent dots in the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to put a large one there and a small one up there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the link to my blog. It has all of the written instructions and the link to my shop. All right, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.